Hi viewers and dear students, I am here today to explain Cambridge IGCSE ICT 2018 paper 2-2 database part. So in this part of the question paper they said you are now going to prepare some report for the company. Make sure all currency values display the same currency symbols and are set to 2 decimal places. So display the date in the format of DDMMMYY format. So first of all you need to create a database and import this file, and this file is a CSV file. It means it's a text file. So we'll create database first. I'm going to name it paper 22 2018, and then we'll choose the folder on desktop and we'll save our database there. Now I'm going to start import a file. So click on external data. As I said, the file is CSV. It means it's a text file. Then click on desktop. Here, go to your folder and the file name is Vacancies. So just click on this one. Now first step is to click on next. Second step, first row contains field name. Second step, next. Then before I continue, just click on add once and check here all the file fields data types as text except closing date, date and time, and last one is boolean logical. So all text. Subject reference is also text. Yeah, and then after provided also text. This one is numeric integer, it's okay. Closing date is date and time. This one is currency, we'll change later on. And this one day release is yes, no. So just click here to choose GMY, because when I click on OK and I will move towards the right in the file here. So you see here the date is written in the date, month, year format. And our computer setting is here now in month, then date, and then year. That's why I changed that one. Now you just need to click on next, and next step is to choose your primary key, that is vacancy ID. So we will choose vacancy ID, our primary key. Next, and just click on finish and close. The file is imported. Now right click, design view. This one is date and time, but the format you have to choose this one. And then year released is yes, no. And then the wages double, but it must be in currency and with 2 decimal places. Save and view. So this is how it will look like. Click on save. Now, so this is how your file will look like. Now just close this one and let's move forward. That take a screenshot of this file that you imported with the field name and data type. So right click, design view, print screen, and then just paste here as evidence for format and crop it. Just like that. This is how it will look like now. Now click on save and close this one. Let's move forward to the next step. Step number 19. You need to import one more file, J228 framework. So we are starting to import one more file. External data, then text file, then click on browse and 228 framework. First step, click on next. Then second step, first row contains field name, then next. Now you need to check here all the field names, all of them are text. This one also text is it, as they mention here, all of them are text. Yeah, just click on OK, next, and choose your primary key, and your primary key is subject ID. next, and just click on finish, close. The file is imported. Now you need to create one-to-many relationship between subject ID and subject reference. So database tools, relationship, add both the tables, and then you need to create a relationship between subject ID with subject reference, and then enforce the referential integrity. Just click on create. Yes, it does create a relationship. Print screen, because in the next step they said place in your evidence document screenshot showing the type of relationship. So you just need to go to your evidence document, evidence 5. So one-to-many relationship can be seen here. Just like that, one-to-many. Save and close. Now next step is, they said create a Columnar data entry form, include all the fields from appearances table, display the field heading left align in the Columnar format. Yeah, and then use radio buttons in the day release field to select the option yes or no. These values are to be stored as -1 for yes and 0 for no in the day release field. Include a suitable heading in a large bold font. So first of all, I'm going to create a form for appearances table. Next, and then just click on finish. Form is created. Now once the form is created, what you need to do is, I'm just right clicking here to collapse the ribbon. So this is how it will look like, the form. Now what you need to do, you need to make some adjustment in it, like you need to change the day release to option group. So we'll right click and design view, and then I'm just going to remove this one from here, day release, and I will add option group. So we'll click on design. Then we have one tool here that is called option group. Choose this one and just drag it. Once it is done, the labels are yes and no. Then next. Do you want any default choice? No. Next. So for yes, they said the value is -1. For no, they said 0, as they have mentioned here, this point. So next is, then where do you want to store the value? We want to save this one in day release, because here they mentioned we need to save it in day release field. Next, how you want your option button to look like. So any one of them design you can choose. Just next, and then the title is day underscore release, just like that. Finish. So you see now it's an option group here, and also I'm going to move them little bit to the top and will make their height smaller, these fields, as it is taking a lot of space into the form, just like that. And now I'm trying to adjust them one by one with a consistent layout, just like that. Consistency must be there, and then we'll move them up, just like that. Now we'll make this one bigger as well, and the release option will move it towards left just like that, and we'll change this one just here like this, option groups, so we don't need more space for it. So this is how it will look like now, and further if you want to move this one just as the others, you can do this as well. So that is done now, and next step here is said we need a suitable heading here. So suitable heading, you can just add here the label for your form. So I'm going to add here a label at the top. Yes, like this one is information about the appearances, so we'll just add. So I'm just going to type here appearances ship vacancy, just like that. We'll make this one bigger as well, so they are looking quite, and this one must be in the larger font and bold as well. It is already in a larger font, but still if you want to make it more bigger, you can just make it 28 bold, and I'm going to change color of it to black, so they are visible at least. Yeah, yes, and there is no alignment, I guess. Yeah, that's all. Everything is done. Now you need to place in your evidence document screenshot to show the radio option design with the values stored in the day release. So what you need to do is you need to go to your form here, click on this specific field, and then you just need to click on the here design view of this specific field, just like that, and then you just click on data, and this is your day released, and then just click on print screen here. That's all. That is your evidence number 6. So we'll place this one as evidence 6. Now just format and crop it from the right, left, and from anywhere it is required. So that is done. Next step is step number 21. You need to enter the data into that form now. So we'll enter the data first. We'll click on right click and form view. We'll click on new record and we'll start entering the data. Then after next is vacancy ID. Copy this one, we'll paste it, and then advanced level, and then after progressive future, here subject preference is 449, and then we have aspire learning. We'll just enter the data here, and number is 2, closing date is 15/8/2019, and then we want wage 133, and then we want this one to be chosen as yes, just like that. And the next step is check your data entry for error and then get a screenshot of your form with the data. So print screen again, then print screen here, and then just click on next, go to your evidence document and paste this one as your evidence 7 form with the entry of the data, just like that. Yes. And moving forward to the next step, in which they ask us to create the reports now, produce the report. So they said here appearances receive their weekly wage plus an additional 4% if they meet training targets. So using both the fields produce the report. So I'm going to save this one, open the database, we'll close the form. Yes, save the changes, then right click and right click here, and we'll move to create a query first. Before you create the report, choose all the fields and then framework all fields, next, modify, and I'm going to call this query as my question number. So my question number is 22. So I'm going to call it 22, finish. Now next step, they said contain a new field called bonus wage. So this one will be bonus wage, which is calculated at runtime and display as currency. This field will calculate the wage plus 4% of wage. So we'll move to the end here, we'll click here, then we'll click on builder here. So wage plus 4% of the wage. So when they said 4% of the wage, so you just need to get the percentage of the wage. In this case, we just need to do here that the wage plus then again the 4% of the wage. So we'll double click on wage and then multiply this one with the 4%, that is 1.04. It means 4 divided by 100. So just get the 4%, click on OK, and then format this one as currency. Yeah, and we'll have the bonus wage. Just click on save and run. Let's see what we are getting here, the result. So this is what we got here. Now I'm just going to produce a report from it. Yeah, so the value here, it was the wage was 383 and then the 4%. So design view, just a minute. In the wage here, go to builder, not multiply with 1 point, we just multiply this one with wage and then plus 4%, so 0.04. Just click on OK, save, and this one must be 2 decimal places. Save and run. Let's see what's the result this time. 4%. So yeah, this is now looks like nearly to the answer. Let's move forward to the next step. Here they said show only the records where the level is advanced or higher. So level is advanced or higher, and then closing date is on or before. So on or before 31 August 2018. So date, which date? Closing date. So greater than and equal to 31/8/18. And next step is subject name exclude accounting. Subject name exclude accounting. So not accounting. Yes, just click on save and run. So here's something we are messing with, that not accounting. Maybe we need to put a star here and here as well. Let's see what's the result this time. Still we have the problem because we did not accurately enter the date here. So on or before, so we'll just change this one to less than and then equal to this specific date, and then not accounting here. No need to put the star, just click on save and run this time. So that's the required result. Now on or before they said, not after. That's why we should use less than operator. Then we start producing the report. Now create a report by using wizard. Fields you have to select now. Vacancy level, and then closing date. Then we have employer name and date release. So employer name and then date released. Then we have wedge and bonus wedge. In this order displayed in the full page, do not group the data. So we'll not group the data. Next. Now here they said ascending order of level and descending order of wedge. Ascending order of level, descending order of wedge. Next, then it must be landscape orientation. Next, any title you want to give? Yes, this is the title, vacancies list for August. Finish. This is how it will look like. Need arrangement, so layout view. We just need to arrange this one little bit so that we can get enough space for the other data. Just like that. And this one, closing date, and then employer name, date release, and bonus wedge, just like that. So all the data can be seen clearly now. And next step is calculate the number of vacancies and place this below the level. So number of vacancies below the level. So just click here and right click total and then choose the option count records, and then after have a label to the left number of jobs. So when you go to the end, just click on the number, then right click, set a caption, and just type here number of jobs. Now this one must be towards the left of the heading here, just like that. Yeah, done. And then they said has your name center number on every page of the report. So right click and then click on design view, get from the design a label, and then just type your name, then your center number and your candidate number. That's it. You need to increase this one a little bit so it can be seen, or you just need to change here this one to level, just to type the formula manually, save and print preview this time, just to check that this report is ready for print. Next page, and then next page. So total records were 62 and your name appears on every page now. You can see this. Close, and then next step is that place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the formula for number of vacancies. So you just make this one bigger and then print screen. Go to your evidence document and step 22, just paste your evidence here. So this is how it will look like. So we are done with the first report part of this question paper, just like that. And next step is produce an extract from all the data, which select only those records where the vacancies. So first of all, you need to produce extract, means you need to make a query. Save, so you click on create query from both the tables, the appearances, and then after framework, next, modify, and I'm going to name this query as step number 23. So that is my step 23. Finish. Now what I'm looking for, vacancies include engineer, so we'll click this one, and vacancy, just put a star because they said include, and then star, and then level is intermediate, so level is intermediate, and then after wages 150 and more, wage greater than equal to 150 is what they said here. Show only the field vacancy ID, vacancy, and wage. So we need to uncheck the rest. Vacancy, vacancy ID, and wage. So we don't want this one, not this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. We uncheck them. So only the 3 fields they need in this final view, and just run. This is how it will look like: vacancy, vacancy ID, and wage. And then what we need to do, we need to sort wage in ascending order. So wages we need to sort into ascending order. So just click here and then choose the option ascending order, and the order is here: vacancy ID, then vacancy. So this one must be at the beginning, then vacancy ID. Just like that. Save the extract. We are going to click on save. Now export the extract shown in step 23 in a rich text format. Close this one, right click, export to RTF. Then I'm going to click on this is my exported file, so I'm going to call it, just click on browse here, then we'll go to desktop into the same folder. I'm just going to call it exported file. Click on OK, close. The file is exported. Now what you need to do is you need to take a screenshot to show this file is exported. So we'll go to our folder now here, and this is the file. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename it, and for example, export file. Just like that. Now we'll get a screenshot of this one and paste this one into our evidence document here. We just need to crop it now, just like that. So our file can be seen at the top here. And then the next step is answer the following questions. Now we need to answer the following questions in our evidence document. And what are they? So they ask us that to describe what is meant by data verification. So data verification, we will call that reducing, preventing errors when data is copied from one medium to another and checking accuracy of data entered exactly matches original sorry matches original source. That's done. And next is name two methods of data verification. For one of these methods, explain how it could be used with this database. So two methods we have to type here. Yes. So I'm just going to use here a two method. I'm going to name it double. So we'll say here double data entry. This is one method. Another method is visual, or you can say verification. Verification check. So that's all. Now one method you have to explain that you can use for this one. So you can say here that double data entry. I'm going to just say here data entered twice using two people people and the computer compare the two entries. So this is one method. If you want to type about the visual verification, you can also say that visual verification. For visual verification, you can just say that comparing data on screen with the original source. Comparing, yeah. So that's all from the database part. Hope you have learned how to deal with the database, how to export the file, and how to perform calculations in queries. So thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel for more videos and updates.